Hello adventurers and welcome back to my channel. Today is an exciting day because we're talking about entertainment. Now, one of the things I wanted to do along the way was make this space big enough and open enough where I can have entertainment spaces. Part of the reason I wanted to do this is so that we can have game nights inside the space, but also so that if I had a place where, for example, it was a really windy night or a really rainy night, I could be inside and be super comfortable, and if friends wanted to come and join me, we could do something like watch a movie. So I recently actually was sent a projector that I want to try out here on the channel and see if it works. This one is supposed to be able to connect to Netflix and also some other things that you normally can't stream on a projector. In fact, if you've looked at projectors in the past, you probably are familiar with the fact that you can pair things such as your phone, but then if you're trying to watch certain kinds of programming, it just goes dark. That is the case with so many different projectors, but this one is supposed to be a little bit different. But before we get started, I wanted to do a little bit of testing inside. So this is kind of what happened. The box got super wet whenever it was shipped, but at the same time, everything inside of it looks good. So let's get to looking at this. Okay, in order for this to work, I need some batteries. They did not come with the projector. So I came inside to see if I have any batteries as we're getting this all set up. It does appear we need 2 AAAs for this. Okay, I got 2 different sets of batteries here and I'm not sure if they're good or not. So I'm gonna try out these first. And then if these don't work, then I'll try out the others. But we are good to go. We are in business. And I'm just going to do a little test, I think, of this inside the house first. And then I'm going to take it out to the shuttle and see what I think. I did notice really quickly that the projector itself is pretty quiet. It doesn't get super hot. I was able to pair my device with it and also hook up to Wi-Fi. So those are both valid options. And that made it so easy. Now, this particular model is a little bit larger than some of the models that you'll see people traveling with in Vanlife, but it is a good size still and super lightweight. This is the Azuren and it is so cool. So we're going to try it out here in the shuttle, but before we do, I need to hang the projector screen because otherwise what are we projecting onto? The AC above me is about to get a small makeover. It's not going to look any different when it comes to like how it looks, but it is going to have a different function other than just being the AC, and I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to set this up now, and then in the morning whenever it gets nice and hot in here, we'll see if it still stays, because I need to make sure this is going to be strong enough to hold. I think that's the biggest thing. I found this on Amazon. It just came in a bag like this with a box around it. So inside, this was a logical size for the space that I have. This screen is not huge, and I kind of liked this size for a few reasons. I didn't want it to overpower the space because I thought if I got something really big, it would be just too big. But what I was thinking is I could hang it maybe here. First things first, we have a little package here. And in this little package, we have brackets. Put the backing on here, and I'm just pushing it in really good. And then I should be able to peel up the edge. And then I think this orientation is going to be best. I'll just loosely stick it there just to see on the size from side to side. And then on this side, we'll do the same thing. Back here comes the fun part. Is this going to work? I just don't know. And so far, so good. This one doesn't stay, though. This one is not sticking at all. Okay, let's try again. Hold it in place for a couple minutes and then push it in on all of the little special sections. It's still not sticking. Okay, I went in on the back portion back here and put a new one up, and this one seems to be sticking. It's on metal as opposed to the plastic, so that's gonna work. But now the problem is, nope. Okay, I have cut 3 pieces of Velcro, which I can stick here, and there. And then I'll put them on the screen and that will work together. So in theory, if I put this about here, that's about where it needs to go. And then I have the receiver end on here also. See, nothing is sticking. That's weird. Okay, after a little bit of Velcro, it is up there. Not in the same spot I wanted it to be in necessarily, but not in a bad place. So I'm okay with this. Now the question is, will the projector work? Now that the projector is officially ready to go and we have a screen, guess what? This is the Azuren. This is a Dolby audio, and the actual sound coming out of the projector itself is super high quality, super nice. It has several ways that we can pair this. So I'm going to try out all sorts of different things. First and foremost, you can directly plug it into a laptop. I think I might be able to also hook this into my DVD player. If I can play DVDs directly off of the player. We're going to test that. It also has, as I said, some vents and speakers kind of all the way around, so it breathes really well. The cap right here is perfect because it just pops right on. It's super easy. You don't have to like worry about a spring-loaded thing. A lot of projectors have those. Super, super lightweight, easy to manage, and it does not come with a case or anything like that. So if I do bring this on the road, I'm going to have to find a case for it. But this is kind of what we're looking at. The thing I found to be the most useful, before I realized I did not have batteries for the remote control, I was trying to test this out and realized it has, it's kind of harder to see on here, but it has a relief section. This is all touchable, so you can actually control this even if your batteries go dead. So go with me on this journey. We're out at a campsite somewhere. The batteries are dead. I have no batteries. I can still use this. That's really nice. That's super, super nice. It's a very small detail, but it is a detail that matters. So whenever I'm setting it up, I can set it up by touching these things or using the remote. Now, when it comes to plugs, it came with one plug. And that's it. And then it has one HDMI cable that can hook into your other devices. So other than that, it's pretty bare bones. There's not a lot to it. It's very easy to use. It also has a cleaning cloth and a couple cleaning devices. Other than that though, this is it. So I'm going to try to position this somewhere in here that we can get it kind of up on here. I don't have anything tall in here right now, so this could be a challenge. However, I'm going to try to see if we can project onto the screen and see if we can get this thing going and maybe watch a movie or something. It does appear to have a screw in that I could screw into a base of, so I may be able to use this with a tripod. So let me go see if I can find my photography tripod that I normally take with me, and we'll see if it works on there. Now, as you guys can see, I've been pretty busy in here and I've got quite a little horde of things going on, but I think this tripod should work. So as we're setting everything up, I can telescope it out and up and use this maybe. And if so, this is something I already carry with me because I use this for my bigger camera, but also for my photography. If I could get it about this high and then possibly raise this section also, I think this might work. Oh yeah, this is gonna work. So then I'll just angle it, make sure it's level, and then we'll pull off the part that actually goes onto my camera. So this just tightens on here, and this actually I think is going to be good enough. I think we'll see if this is sitting the correct way, but I think this will work. Indeed, this does work. I will have to directionalize it and aim it a bit better whenever I get to the right part, but I need to plug it in and then we'll start projecting and figure that out. Okay, I'm able to get it going and everything is good. It's nice and clear on the screen. The problem that I'm seeing is it doesn't need to be very far away because it expands. So I don't think that there's a way on this one to control the space. So if I was having people to watch, they'd be watching from here in the floor or over here. But if you look, the projector is right in the way. I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out just to make sure it works and everything today because we did put in so much effort to put it in here, and I just wanna make sure all the bells and whistles work. I can watch stuff on it, and if I could kind of reimagine how I want to put this up, then that might be something good. Let's check to see how much power it's drawing. 52 watts approximately, so that's not bad. That's very doable with a power station. And now here comes the fun part. Let me see. If I turn it to Netflix, will it work? Yes, it works from back here, so that's great. Actually, I will have to sign in and I have to remember my password. So let's do a different one instead. And it gives me the option to log in as a guest, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, let me find my channel. A lot of you are thinking, why are you finding your channel? It's because I won't get copyright stricken on that one. I might on some of these other ones. Okay, here we go. And I'll just go to my channel and give you guys kind of an idea of what it sounds like. This is one of my more recent videos, and you can hear.
You're not a child, you're a man. So stop wearing so many layers to.
And welcome back to I'm gonna try to work with this also where I can turn it up and down. So as we look, you have a volume adjustment on here. So let's go back. Up to the top. We're going to Logan Pass so Riley can see all the cool views. And I'm going to let you guys see what this road looks like, because typically whenever you come here, there's a couple ways that you can see this. Now this is the Going to the Sun Road. It does require a reservation during certain months of the year. The positive is the screen looks good, the sound quality is good, and the more that I turn it up, the more that it gets better. So that's great. I am going to go ahead and grab my hard drive, which is just a DVD writer hard drive, to see if I can plug it in also. I don't know if I can. We're going to test it though. We might as well. We're in here testing stuff. Looks like it has access to Netflix, YouTube, YouTube Kids, Prime, name. All of these you do have to log into your accounts, but you can access them. And then looks like it has something called Tiki Live. And then there's some other open browser things, including Meta. You have a life section, a music section. There's not really anything populated in these, but you can add to them. So that's kind of neat. And then you can search the internet also. So all of those things are options. I'm gonna go into here real quick and see we have an app assist, a screencast, a home share, a Bluetooth, and a screen share. So the screen share is how I hook my phone up to it, and then you can mirror whatever's on your phone. And so that's pretty neat. But again, I don't know about these other things. This Bluetooth speaker share, I think that's where I could connect it to my Bluetooth speaker. So we'll try that too. So first things first, we turn on the Bluetooth speaker. There it is. It's already in Bluetooth mode. And then I could set it up here. Okay, it appears that it has open Bluetooth, connect to ease, PRJ, and then play music. Okay, I don't know exactly how we do that on here, but we're gonna try. Okay, I went into the Bluetooth menu and now it's looking for Bluetooth devices. We'll see if it finds any. And if it does, then we should be able to connect to the speaker directly. It seems to have user-friendly kind of instructions, but that doesn't always mean the best user interface. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it adds a challenge. And it looks as though Bluetooth is available, but I'm not sure if it's actually connected because it's searching again. It seems as though it's trying to pair, but it's having a hard time pairing with it. Yeah, it's not pairing for some reason. It's not showing the speaker device. So I'm not sure if this is just user error. There's nothing in the book about this specifically, so I don't know. Okay, I went ahead and turned on the overhead lights again because it was just continuing to repeat that cycle of the Bluetooth, 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 so I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not, honestly, but this is what it looks like currently, and I know it's a good projector because I did test it inside and it works out great. It's just the logistics of a couple of things are just not doing well for the Shuttle as of this moment. I think what I might do is I have a projector that I use inside the house that I might be able to use outside. If I were to turn this off and just hold it with this touch top, and then I push OK, saying, yes, shut down. There it goes. And then if I decided to turn it back on, I think I just hold it like this or tap it. It turns on, and then once it turns on, it immediately starts going into the fan regulator first, and then this screen, which helps you to balance everything, and then it takes you directly to the menu. And then again, from there, you can use a remote control and just log into whatever it is that you have. You can also add additional apps to this or open the browser. I have tried a lot of solutions along the way so far, just in the journey of putting the shuttle bus together, and some of them have worked out and been like glowing, and some of them have been like, oh noing, and I've had to go back in and refix them. So if this isn't going to work, I do have a way to use this and I will appreciate it. It just won't be in the place I initially thought it was. And oh, is life that way sometimes? Yes, it is. So I think it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and get out the other projector and see if it works. Hey, update. This is the other projector and same problem. So it's not even anything I can do about it when it comes to the Azuren. It's literally the same issue. The only difference is I can put this one about 1/4 foot back further, but these are not designed for a small screen. Okay, after testing out the other one and realizing that it's not either one of their problems, it's a screen issue, I think that I can make this work with the Azuren. I think I'm just gonna have to like realize that for me to make it work long term for the bigger picture, I am gonna have to make some changes. Okay, update. I was able to figure it out, and in doing so, there is a setting inside the settings section where you can make the screen a more appropriate size so it fits more inside your barriers. So like right here would be about as low as I could go on it from this position, but this would open up that people could sit kind of in the floor. I would have a more clear path from here, and I think I can bring it back just a little bit further, so let me try that. So I brought it back and now it's doing its balance screen, and it should go into where we can make it more appropriate in size. I think the smallest that it'll get is 50%. So from here, there we go. I think I can pull it in just a little bit more, but not too much. And it's not super clear. So now I need to adjust the clearness of it. Okay, so I made it into what I think is the focus screen, and it tries to focus it in, but at this distance, it's not doing great on the appearance of a focus. So I'm trying to draw it in as much as possible. There we go. So I just get to a focus screen and then you up or down until it looks super focused, and that's good. So now I can go back again and then go back into the zoom menu, and I think 50 is as far as it'll let me go down. Yeah, it is. So we can only get to 50, which means that at this particular place where we have space for people to sit, it's still going to be outside of those parameters just a little bit. Let me turn off the lights and see what that looks like. Okay, so this would be the overall appearance. It is going to shine outside of that screen, which means anything in that exterior area is not going to show up clearly. So that's kind of a problem. So let me see if we can move it up just a little bit to close in that gap a little. Okay, I'm almost able to get it completely on here, and this is at about the midway point of my bed. So there's still a clear vantage point from the bed, just this little back area, but I may just have to go with this until I get it a little further along. I think this is going to work out. As of right now, got lots of stuff to do. I have the screen attempting, and I did find out whenever I was doing some testing that this will not just work correctly. I'm going to have to do some more troubleshooting, and so that's what actually started this whole endeavor of me trying to figure out what was going on. Is as I was sitting here going through and I found this USB section, I was like, ooh, yeah, that'll work, but it didn't. And so I was trying to see if there was another place where I could potentially go in, and everything else seems to be for other settings. So I'm not sure. I'm going to continue working because this is, again, a great way for me to have DVDs when I don't have the ability to have service on the road. But for now, I need to get everything logged in, so I'm going to do that.